dedicated in 1938, essentially to reconciliation, which was still prevalent in the country at the time. By this point, the Lost Cause mythos was well entrenched in American society as well as academia. So the South was largely venerated and left alone to pursue its Jim Crow segregation. But the monument itself was actually an inspiration for JFK's gravesite. Jackie Kennedy was inspired by the eternal flame on top of this monument. But this is looking towards the town of Gettysburg, and in the immediate kind of foreground is Gettysburg College. And along the ridge, you can kind of see there in the distance, around here, this is the sort of the edge, the right flank of the First Corps Union position. The road cut where this came from is, my hand is blowing out the focus, but it's right there in the distance. So you can see there was this like large open field that the Confederates had to cross, and this was where Iverson and O'Neill's Confederate brigades disjointedly attacked across the fields and were just annihilated by the waiting Union troops. But then eventually Rhodes sent Daniel and somebody else, plaque say here, Ramseur. Daniel and Ramseur eventually ended up pushing the Union troops from this position, particularly I think once the 11th Corps, which is, you can't really see from here, but they were going to be out north of the town over here, like Barlow's Knoll is going to be over in that direction. They are eventually displaced, and the 11th Corps collapses back into the town, and then the Union position here no longer has anything on its right flank, and realizing that Confederates could be coming into their rear from that direction, the whole Union position just of the First Corps just ends up collapsing, and everybody runs back through town. But you can see this is a commanding position for artillery. This is one of the Confederate batteries were up here, would have been firing at the Union position down there. So this is a very good artillery position, but just the uncoordinated nature of Iverson and Daniel's brigades trying to attack the Union position led to a big foul up, probably the only significant foul up for the Confederates on the first day. Otherwise things went pretty smoothly for them, aside from being delayed from taking the good ground in Gettysburg by Buford's delaying attack tactics, as well as the Iron Brigade standing in Herbst Woods. But by this point, in the afternoon of the first day, the Union position will quickly become unhinged and fall back through town.